Hi guys, so I know I recently picked up quite a few Anna Griffin items. I've been focusing on the Stamps by Me items, but I want to get to these guys that I hauled, I think shortly after the Merry Christmas Day. It did take a little while to arrive, but I have these guys, I hauled them, that's why they're open and the way they are here, and I was thinking about it, I thought, oh, I have that Christmas background, what if I paired it with like the Madonna one, right? And then I just realized they both have ovals, which I didn't realize till I went to grab them, and I was like, oh, that works. So, yeah, so I'm going to try this out. This set is the 3D concentric dies, the Christmas greetings, and this one I think is called Madonna, or Madonna and Child, right? So I did pick these up on HSN. I'll have them linked there for you guys in the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. I have tons of fun things to get to you guys, and I'm trying. It's a little bit different now when the kids are home for summer because I had to get up pretty early. But right now, Dorian is at band camp, and Miranda's taking a shower. So I was like, you know what? Pop on here. Hopefully I can get this done. If I can't, I'll finish it in the morning. But yeah, so we have these guys, and there's, some examples here. Obviously I'm going to use that background piece, and then I'm going to pop this guy on top. Probably this layer. I don't know if I'll use this background one, but there's some, imagery for you, some inspo. And it just tells you how to use, how to die cut it in your Empress, if that's what you're going to do. And this one too. So they are called 3D concentric on this one. This one's also 3D, meaning you can ink them up, which I haven't done. They don't even have an example on here that way, but maybe, I can't tell if that's an inked up one or if that's paper and then they kind of scrubbed over it. But you can do stuff like that, like all these little embossed areas can have like an inky look to them or whatever, but also because they have a lot of embossing, so that's what the 3D kind of refers to. So you have some images here, or something to look at. Ooh, I love this, but I think that's a sticker. See this little spiky kind of look? So, anyway. What I'm going to do is go ahead and grab some paper. It'll probably be a 5x7 card because generally this is geared towards that. I can give you a measurement. Yeah, well, okay. It's going to be a little bit smaller than 7 inches. It's like 6 7/8 metal to metal. By, I would assume, 4 7/8. Yep, metal to metal. So the matte layer is a little bit smaller than 5x7. So that's nice. I like that. And then they go in from there, right? This guy, the height is about 5.5, so it does make a matte layer that is like 5 3/8. So definitely you can put this on an A2 size card. So it does not have to be a 5x7 if that's not your favorite. But yeah, so let me grab a card base. I'm going to go 5x7, and then we're just going to cut a bunch of pretty papers and put these things together. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. This is more traditional Christmas. This has like the meaning of Christmas here. And usually we do like, golds and those kind of pretty colors, but the reds and greens, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, she has some here with the red and green. It looks cute. So I'll be right back. So I have an idea. I want to use like some soft pink for this background, and we'll see how it goes. So I am going to make a cream colored card base. We are making our own card base, so that would be a 7x10 piece of cardstock. So on this side, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut 1.5 inches off so I don't have to open up the swing arm. And then in the other direction, I'm going to take 1 inch off. So it'll be 10x7. And then scored at 5 inches. I don't know if I'm going to use any pattern paper. A lot of times when I'm making up my own cards like this, it ends up being just papers that, we end up cutting into and things. But it would be nice. So, we got a little something on there. Let's get rid of that. Scored at 5 inches. And what's here? Okay. And I was looking for like a soft pink, even in the Anna like metallics, because I would like to use that, but I couldn't really find one. So I'm going to cut this background piece from white paper. Just why not? You really don't have to have that one, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this just from some white paper. And then this one, I have the Diane Press bundle here, and I was looking through to see what colors it had, and it has this pretty peachy pink color, and again it's more pearlescent, so I think I'm going to run that through. And this is just for our background pieces, and I'm going to leave it intact. I'm not cutting like a frame, but it would be pretty that way too. So I'll run those two through first. Depending on the pressure of your machine, maybe you'll get the embossing, maybe you need to run it back through with the rubber mat, whatever it is that your machine needs. But I'll be right back. You guys know I like my little hobby maker, whatever this thing is called. It has been doing this more recently, the little warpy look. But I like it because I run it through once and I don't do the rubber mat. But if you have like the Spellbinders machines, just run it back through with the rubber mat and you get the texture, right? So I'm just going to glue these guys together. I'm going to put something heavy on top to flatten that out. So let's grab some glue. And then we'll start cutting into the, or getting the Madonna and Child set. Haven't really thought about a sentiment sticker or anything like that quite yet. Maybe you just do a little stamp on the inside and you let the outside be just beautiful, you know, with your imagery there. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. Okay, so I am going to put this nice and flat, but I mean, you can definitely pop this up. Again, you could have paired it with that next die and it would be a frame, which would also be very pretty, because then you can still put the Madonna and Child like in the middle there. Just put a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna have to let that sit for a little bit, even though I just want to keep working, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe I can do some die cutting. I want to flatten that out. Let's see. Okay. I'll put this on here. Whoop. Put that on there. And I'll be back. This is sitting here and waiting. I don't know, I just want to do like a light blue. Is that odd? I thought like powdery, kind of those kind of colors. So maybe this guy. And it's going to cut its own edge, but it doesn't cut the center, so that's fine. And then maybe this through white paper again, just to bring white back in. And then this guy through some gold paper. And then we'll see about paper piecing and all that. So gold paper here. Gold paper here. So I just didn't use the largest one. But I'll be right back. You guys, you know, this came out so nicely and I really like it. I don't know that I'll pop this piece out. But like, why not leave the rest of it? You know? I might glue the whole thing. I don't know. Oh, I don't know where this ink came from. I stamped on the back of that paper, obviously. Ooh, I don't know. I'll leave it alone for now and then look how pretty that came out. But I'll keep cutting. This looks a mess here. I have all kinds of stuff, but yeah, I wasn't able to finish yesterday, so here we are. I did cut the other things I wanted though, so let me put this over here. I really love the way this looks with all the gold, but I think maybe I run it through like a champagne, or not champagne, but like another gold, maybe a pearlescent or something, and do these. It's just a few bits that you can paper piece back in, so, you know, we'll see. So I cut this one, just with some white paper. I was going to do the cream color paper again, then I forgot and I went with white anyway. So I have this guy, and very pretty. And yeah, this definitely flattened out, as you can see. A little something there, but that's alright. Okay. And I didn't even check to see if the ovals kind of matched up, like if it would be sticking out over the top a little bit, but not too bad, so that's good. And then we can put this guy together. I'm trying to see if I'm going to stick that flat and then this popped up, or how I was going to do that part. Or this whole thing popped up, you know? I think I'll stick this one down too, and then we'll pop up this other one. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these pieces out, even though I think it's really pretty. And I mean, we could just put glue all over and stick the whole thing down. But I'm going to go ahead and pop these guys out. And then I'll take that same die and run it through. We're going to do a little paper piecing. It's okay, we don't have to, but I mean, it looks really pretty by itself. I just don't really want the white and then the white to show through, even though that looks great. We're going to piece this in. Okay. So I guess I can glue all these things. And I'm going to put some dimensional between this one and this guy, so I'm not going to glue that down quite yet. But I will put this one on. If you have like flourishes and things like that you're going to use, of course you can tuck some behind here and all that before you do any of this. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy all of a sudden. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. So really get that down. And when I come back, I'll have run this die through some kind of gold that's like pearlescent or something like that. Just different from this one. Or even the matte gold that Anna does will be very nice. Ugh, bothers me this thing's kind of bent there, the way the pressure of the machine made it bend, because I want to get it on here perfectly. And that makes it a little more difficult to do. I feel like it needs to move over a little bit this way. Okay. I'm I'm gonna hold on to that for a minute and probably put some pressure, but yeah, I'll run this through just in this area, like a scrap of some kind of gold paper. So I put weight on this too, and I went ahead and, excuse me, oh my goodness, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out, I guess this whole thing. I was going to do it off camera, but just running this through the marquee. I think I ran the other one through, oh yeah, that's right, my Hello Hobby Maker, or yeah, die cutting machine. And so yeah, this one did come apart, but I kind of want to keep them where they are, just to make it easier for me to stick those back where they need to be. And I think there's one more coming out of somewhere. Is that from there? That seems weird. Yeah, it is. It's really small. It looks really small, you know, compared to the space that it left. But I think that's all the pieces. And then I just ran the whole thing that way. I have this for another project. Okay, so let's do this. I wasn't sure if I was going to piece this whole piece in, but maybe I will. So let's just start with these pieces here. And I'm sorry, I'm going to use my die and press tool, this one. I do have I have the crystal katana. I don't know. I have another one from Tonic that's like a little stick that's like sticky. And sometimes it'll pick up papers. It's really meant more for like jewels, so, or gems, you know. So anyhow, it just has a different finish to it, and that's, I still want to go with the gold, but just with the different finish of this matte, I think it will be noticeable, hopefully. Because right now they both look very gold, but it is just a little different. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, you can see that there. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and pop those on. It's not going to take very long. What I do is I put glue, little skinny strip of glue in there, and then just get the pieces and pop them in. You can imagine that doesn't take too long on this one. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry, maybe I was too far up, but you know, obviously the spaces are there, and I'm just popping them in. Funny enough, I can see on this last one there's one piece here, and I'm like, ooh, I only have like a couple pieces left. Doesn't look like I have it, and it's on the back side. It just flipped over. That's all. So it was hard to see it there, but do not panic. As long as you're in the same workspace and you're just like right here, your pieces are going to be there, you know. Okay, ooh, now that's so close, the camera does not like that, but that's very pretty. Now again, let's see, do I put this piece in or not? So a couple things. I did run this initially, right, the first time through the Hello Hobby Maker, like I said, and then this one I ran through the marquee, and obviously the way it cut or pulled, or, you know, as it was going through, it's not exactly the same shape. It's the same shape, but just not exactly the same size. I hope you can see what I mean. And that does happen sometimes within different, you know, brands or however. I could probably tuck this in. I kind of didn't want to use it anyway, so I think that's fine because I wanted this to really pop. So we are not going to use that, and then we'll put our little star. I'm just going to glue it down, guys, but if you want to put dimensionals, I can see they had dimensionals on some of those. Be very pretty. I kind of want it out here. Well, I guess I'll put it within the oval. I was going to kind of put it on the outside of the oval, but I think this will be fine. So I'm just going to hold that down. And in the meantime, I'm going to get some dimensionals on the back of this guy. So in the meantime, I went and grabbed some Christmas stickers, which you cannot believe that it was difficult for me to find some Anna Griffin stickers, and I know I have tons of them. I just wanted sentiments. That's what I was looking for as far as Christmas ones. I found my little snow people, and I found like a bunch of Santa Clauses, and I'm like, no, this is not what I'm looking for. So my Cart Noel box was there, and you know, because I keep like those kind of auto ships together and stuff. And I was like, oh, let me see what they have in here. So just opened it up and grabbed these sentiments. I mean, there's all kinds of pretty stuff in here, but I grabbed these, and there are some that are just like gold, and that's kind of what I was looking for. So I didn't want to bring in like green or red at this point. So very good. I forgot that I took the carriers off of that. And I mean, again, flourishes, all those things that you like to add, you know, go for it. I'm going to turn this over and give it a squish in the back, just so it stays nice and flat. And it's very, very peaceful, I feel like, right? The colors and everything. I don't know. So again, flourishes, those kinds of things. But I think I'm just going to use this. Let me see if there's another one. Oh, interesting. So I have this Merry Christmas. I have Christmas wishes. Right, that's pretty. But maybe this one. They both say Christmas wishes. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought one said Merry Christmas. That's interesting. I like the way this looks. Okay, so if I'm going to stick this down You can just put glue on the back of it, but if you want to, you can just kind of tear this in a way that leaves the edges intact. The covers on that part pretty much intact. Now these are really nice and sticky, which is great. And maybe it's because they're older. When did this come out? Last year? A year? Maybe 2 years ago? I don't even know. I want to say 2 years ago. So they're really sticky. And I can put that right there. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I'm just looking at how nice and centered that is. And if you're afraid of these stickers, I've never noticed that the stickers will fall off. If anything, they get stickier, right? You can add a little wet glue also under there and stick that down so it stays forever, but I'm pretty sure that's not an issue with these. Let me know your experience. I just feel like I've received lots of Anna Griffin cards, and some of them are 3-4 years old or even older, and they're just fine. So that's it, guys. So hopefully you like the card. Again, very sweet and peaceful and serene, very muted. I think that's really fun, something different. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, again, possibly in the little shopping bag there. And so yeah, we use the Christmas Greetings 3D concentric dies and then the Madonna or Madonna and Child 3D frames, and I like the way it came out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.